Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Will Huang. They are my team members, Tim Lin, Nicole Chen, Debbie Mu, and Alex Liu. We come from Zhejiang University, Taipei, Taiwan. Today, we're going to present the chips manufacturers of LED industry in Taiwan. As you can see, the presentation is divided into 6 sections. First, we start with the purpose and the method that are used. Then we'll move on to the overviews and competition in global LEDs industry. Afterwards, Taiwan LED industry and the problem that they have will be discussed. There are 3 research objectives. Firstly, try to understand the development and competition in global LED industry. Secondly, to analyze the structures and development status in Taiwan LED market. At the end, to focus on the competitive strategies that are used by Taiwan LED manufacturers. So, what is LED? Does anyone know what LED stands for? Please raise your hand if you know that. So, what does LED stand for? No, that ladies. What? No. Okay. Okay. So we can briefly say that LED is usually LED stands for light emitting diode. LED is semiconductor. It's very highly efficiency in producing light, and also long-lasting and low heat emissions are its advantage when comparing to other normal light bulbs. So, at next section, Tim will tell more about research procedures and method for you.
Based on the research objective, there are 3 major theories in this study. It can help us to set up the research framework. Also, it can help us to understand the overview of the LED industry. Interview with industry people will provide us with aspect different industry situation and first-hand information. The LED can be summarized in the following features. The first one, the size of LED are small. And the second, the LED's lifetime are much longer. For an environmental issue, the LED can be achieved energy saving and eco-friendly, that they can be used in a wide range of applications, such as LED backlight. In 2012, the LED backlights are used in TV, LED monitor, notebook, and small-size LED. Their sum of 68%. The next, Nicole will continue the research.
Now, I'm going to talk about the competition in global LED industry. First, I'll start with the Western market. In Europe, like Philips and Austria, they use vertical integration to reduce production costs, and they also use downstream integration into lighting and market. In America, like Cree, which has the competitive advantage of advanced technology with its HB LED. And as for the Asian market, in Japan, like Nitra, which is the second largest company, has the largest market share up to 25% in global LED industry. In Korea, like Samsung LED, which has strong market position in backlight area of notebook, mobile phone, and TV. And it has also aggressively stepped into the LED lighting applications. Last, in Taiwan, like Epistar, low-cost strategy is used by the manufacturer to compete with the global industry. And it also has actively cooperated with downstream lighting companies through investment and tries to increase the market share. Next, welcome Debbie.
And currently, there are 6 LED chip manufacturers in Taiwan. Take Epistar Corporation, for example. It successfully entered supply chain in some of the most well-known brands. And there's another one named Genesis Photonic Incorporation. The company reinvents into LED lighting application, creating its own lighting brand. So that there are 2 strategies they use. The first one is industry interaction, which can be divided into horizontal and vertical interaction. And the last one is strategic alliance. A company can use licensing into overseas market, which means they can enjoy local subsidy and government order through joint ventures. So next, that I will proceeding to Alex.
Thank you, Debbie. The last one I'm going to talk about is Taiwan's LED industry issues. And it can be divided into 3 parts. First, technology. As we all know, with more products are introduced, the cross-licensing is necessary to create a patent barrier in LED wildlife sector. Although some companies can still break through the barrier. For example, Epistar has introduced the HB LED product into the market, which has a lot better luminous and solves heat problem. This helps Epistar not only gain much better competitiveness, but also achieve cost effectiveness. And next, seeking appropriate integration in the value chain. Now, market over capacity and patent barrier are the 2 major issues in the LED industry. So, vertical integration can be used to achieve cost effectiveness from upstream chip to downstream packaging. Also, integrated market within value chain could help companies achieve cost effectiveness as well. And the second, strategic alliances. Companies can use strategic alliances to increase potential business in the future. Also, cooperating with local partner is a major cooperating way to gain access into foreign market. For example, in 2010, Genesis Photonics Incorporation has entered Japan lighting market successfully. And that was attributed to establishing joint venture with local partner, which is JFE Engineering. Also, the next strategy is by strategic alliances within upstream chip, manufacturers can reduce the risk. In order to help the companies become more flexible, companies can use strategic alliances within the upstream chip and then reduce the risk of increasing capacity, finally achieve the goal. And the last one, format. In supply chain, the LED industry did not grow as fast as we thought, and that is because lack of standardization and then causing the weak demand. Also, the government should speed up the formulation of the LED lighting format because now there are too many ways to create one LED light bulb, and the quality is very different. Also, with customers decreasing, so the market will also be affected, and the growth of LED lighting will be influenced too. So, in order to prevent being washed out from the industry in the future, companies should improve their product quality and then meet the international format and then also meet government's regulations. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, participants. Now we have a 3-minute Q&A session. Any questions from the floor?
Good morning. I'm Shanghai. I have a question on downstream integration, because just now you all talk about vertical integration and other kind of integration, and I'm quite curious about what is downstream integration and what kind of examples that these kind of industry have done in this section.
You mean downstream?
Yeah, integration. Because I saw some downstream integration just now, right? How is it different from vertical integration?
Vertical integration majorly just combine the upstream and the downstream manufacturers. Well, downstream integration is mainly about just only the downstream manufacturers. It's not the combination of upstream and the downstream manufacturers. It's the one side to the downstream packaging or manufacturers.
So it's a subset of vertical integration, can I say that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Judges?
I have a question for you. In your research, you have done quite extensive analysis of the global LED market. However, I do not see the threat of China in there. And as we all know, China is well known for imitation and copying. And I was just wondering, because you were talking about the need to reduce costs, especially in terms of the strategies they use, for example, strategy alliances, as well as industrial integration. And all this is aimed at one of the factors to reduce costs, as well as spread out the risk. But as we all know, China has a way of producing any objects, any items, at a much, much lower cost than any country in the world. But in your research, you have mentioned a lot of countries, including Samsung, right, Japan as well, but I do not see the threat of China in there. And as we all know, China is also very strong in LED manufacturing. So could you perhaps explain a little bit of why your data collection did not include the potential threat of China? Thank you.
Because now with the regulations of Taiwan and China's governments, so China has begun to create or make, the high quality light bulb. They are starting to get it, create high quality. So I think they started now and they are not causing threat to us because they just started. And compared to Taiwan or Korea, I think they are still fall behind us. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.